What's happening, Am? Dan Lawless here, back with another edition of the West Ham Week. And as you can see, I'm still away for Christmas, so no fancy graphics and all that stuff today. Just me on my mum's bag. And as I say, I filmed it this way, so you can see I'm not in prison. I'm on a balcony in a flat. So yeah, I've got three subjects today, obviously without all the setup, whether I stick to 2 minutes. It's not going to be as accurate, but, you know, let's go through it anyway. Three big stories to go through. The first one being West Ham seeking to issue a complaint over the Callum Wilson goal. As you guys know, awful decision. Callum Wilson, not only was he offside, the ball went in off of his arm and was, you know, ruled was disallowed by the Lino. Lino ruled it out. And refs overruled him. Now, during that whole process, that whole process of him going to talk to Lino, Callum Wilson's going to the referee saying, "It didn't touch me. It didn't touch me." And that's then the whole thing about it is he's deceived the referee. He's lied to the referee. He's deceived the referee, and therefore should get a 2-match ban, the same way Lanzini did. But this was even worse. He's openly gone and said to the ref, "It did not touch my arm." And after the game, he's admitted it did touch him. All this touch of magic stuff, and he's actually come out and said, "Yeah, it touched me." You know, everyone knows it. So, you know, you've got to have some consistency here, to be honest. And he should get a ban. People might say, "Oh, it's too late for us now," but obviously it will have an effect, because this is one of the teams around us that we're trying to fight for survival with. So. Awful though, the consistency of refereeing. Sorry, my arm's saying. Just the standard of refereeing and stuff. People say, "Oh, it's a hard job refereeing." There's a lot of hard jobs out there, but you know, it doesn't mean you should hold your hands up if something cock up and go, "Ah, it's a hard job." Do you know what I mean? You've got to find a way to either get better refs, better training, or what I think should happen is that a video referee, and it wouldn't slow down the game at all. Just have someone on a monitor. How quick would that have been? Someone watching, a referee watching the game on a monitor, and could have said straight away, "Yep, that should have been disallowed." How quick would that be? How easy would that be? And it'd make the game so much better to have like games won and lost, not based on referees, but based on the performances of the teams and stuff like that. I mean, we're not saying like things like throw-ins or little fouls. It's big decisions like that, red cards. I mean, the Chiarte thing, that's another decision that Madley got wrong. He should not be refereeing the Premier League ever again. The guy got booted full on in the face. You know, if you don't have consistency and standardisation, then, you know, what's the point? So, anyway, I'm still really pissed off about it. It's a sore subject. Let me know what you guys think about that. Alright, anyway, moving on. So, transfer. We're getting to January now, so transfer rumours and all of that are starting to fly out. And Scott Mawson from Swansea is one of the latest players to be linked to West Ham. Defender. £25 million is the fee that they're talking about for Swansea defender Scott Mawson. Now, apparently we've offered 15, and Swansea won't take anything less than 25 million. Now, this is a lot of money, as we know. I mean, for a defender, I mean, Swansea are probably, arguably, other than us, the worst side in the league. They definitely are the worst side in the league at the moment. And you've got to ask yourself, signing their defender, you know, if they're so crap, we're spending 25 million on one of their defenders. I mean, it's a tough one, but 25 million is a lot of money. But then you've got to think it's January. Like, he's obviously a key player to Swansea. Now, they're not going to want to let a key player go for anything less than over the odds. And you've got to take that into consideration. You've got to take into consideration that you are paying. Look at Van Dijk to Liverpool. The fact that it's January does have a big impact. So, you know, I see a stat on Twitter someone put up, like, he's win rate, Swansea win rate with Mawson in the team 40%, without him 28%. So I think he does have an impact, and he probably is a good defender. But is that position we really need right now? You know, you've got Font coming back. He was good up until he got injured. You know, you've got Declan Rice. I think Obonna's starting to pick up a bit. Reed's been a bit shaky. You've got Collins, but, you know, Reed, you know, he's having a bad patch. But ultimately, you know, he is a good player. Do you know what I mean? Like, historically for us. I just think he's historically a good player for us. So I think what we really need to be looking at and spending big money on is looking at midfield, central midfielders. You know, a nice defensive midfielder and as well as a creative player. That's what we really need. We need to create chances and we need to tighten up the midfield, because with Obiang and Kiate, it's almost like we haven't got a midfield. Teams are just flying through the midfield. So we really need to tighten up that area. See if we can get this Carvalho deal sorted for one, and then look at some creative players and see who's out there and who's available. I mean, we're going to be talking about all sorts of players. It's going to, as the days go on, be linked with everyone as usual. But we'll see who we get. But yeah, I think, and a striker, yeah, probably a striker. For me, if Sakho's definitely on his way out and they're not playing Sakho, Carroll, to me, you know, I don't think we should be relying on Carroll. I think Hernandez needs more of a chance, and we need another striker. So yeah, defensive midfielder, creative midfielder, and a striker. I think our priorities, and maybe a right back. So we'll see, but our funds will be limited in the window probably. So we'll see, but we may be getting some more funds coming in, as we could have a player leaving. In the next subject, final bit, Reece Oxford. That's right. Big news has just come out that we could be reportedly selling him to RB Leipzig. I probably pronounced that wrong. For about 16 million. They've come into him, which is completely left field, because there was talk of Mönchengladbach wanting to make his move a permanent move and stuff like that. So that's what we're thinking. Now Leipzig have come out and wanted to sign him. It is a tough one, because that's a lot of money for you know, Oxford and what we've paid for him and things like that, considering he ain't played many games for us. But you know, if the potential's there, they're seeing something in this kid. I don't see unless we do a buyback clause thing or something, we could be letting go a really talented young player for 16 million quid, and it could be one of them moves. Let me move around this way to get some light on my face. Yeah, that's better. It could be one of the moves that we come to regret, one of the decisions we come to regret down the line. So I don't think that we should be looking to sell Oxford. I don't know about you guys. He hasn't really been given that much of a chance at West Ham, to be honest. He had the Arsenal game where he impressed, and then he had one sort of bad game after that against Leicester, and that was it. It was like, oh yeah, you've had your chance. And then like the odd little, I mean, he had a good form when we won against Everton at their ground 3-2 that season. I think he had a good performance when he came on. So I think there's definitely potential there. He's young still, was he? 18 years old. So I don't think we should be looking to sell Oxford. What's the point? We need to be looking to strengthen, not weaken. The players we should be looking to move on. Andy Carroll is definitely one of them. Sakho, if Sakho really don't want to be here and we're not going to play him, then we might as well move him on. And start to look to strengthen and look at areas like, I get some pace in the team as well, and just some creativity. So that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry about, like I said, the lack of all the graphics and everything and the location, but I thought I still wanted to get the video out. But I will be back. Everything will be back to normal for the new year. So I said I'm just enjoying some family, you know, relaxation, this, that, still getting the videos out and all of that. But yeah, back to normal for the West Brom game. Hope you guys have been enjoying your holiday, whatever you guys have been doing, like Christmas, whatever. Like, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Don't forget to subscribe, all of that stuff. One thing left to say, come on you Irons.